A very good morning. It's Mark here. It is Thursday, July the 3rd, going on 8 a.m. Eastern, start of the US session. That's going on noon GMT. And let's have a look how the markets shape up this morning. Starting on the dollar index, hanging around that support level, trying to fight back yesterday. Strong downtrend we've been in for the past week and a half. Bit of a fight back yesterday, didn't really materialize. Early on, went all the way up to 96.80 resistance, but came back down in the US session. Today, so far, going into the US session, as I say, limited activity, hang around that 96.49 level. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see sitting in the middle of the range, 96.25 for sellers, weak US dollar, 96.80 resistance for US dollar strength. Let's have a look at the S&P. It's going on 8 a.m. So that's about an hour and a half until Wall Street opens. And we've had record days the last couple of days in the S&P. Today gapped up to start in off market trading in the futures market, and we see a high at 6,285 and got support at 6,271. Sitting in that middle of that range today. We'll see if there is demand again on US equities front, and if that resistance level can be tested and go on to see new highs. Alternatively, a turnaround to and come back down below the 6,271 support level. Gold. Gold leveled out a little bit today, had three good days being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Did try higher today and went higher, 3,363, but has come down since then going into the US Open. Small red candlestick, you can see that if I zoom in on the hourly. There you can see gold is coming down going into the US Open, 3,341. There is the support that's being tested. Sellers going to look to test break below that level. Buyers, on the other hand, look for a bounce up off this level and look back up at the 3,363 level. Let's have a look at our other commodity being Brent oil. Broke out of a range yesterday to the upside. There you can see resistance $69.25 and hang around that level for now. Buyers looking above $69.25 will look up at the $70 or more. Sellers, on the other hand, will look to bounce down off this level here of the $69.25 resistance and looking back down at support at $66.93. Bitcoin had a strong day yesterday, continued that so far today. We've got a higher high, higher low, and resistance at 110,300. I've got support at 108,500. So that's already almost a $2,000 move higher so far today before the US opens. But have a look here at this 110,000 level where we are. Buyers failed to break higher in the beginning of last month, the 10th, 11th of June, and came back down all the way below the 100,000, testing that level again. Third attempt at this since the record high was set of 112,000, and we'll see if buyers can break above that 110,000 today or higher. Alternatively, if sellers are going to step in, you've seen a bit of that already. There's the wick behind and come back down to the 108,500. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see bounced up, bounced down. Sellers off that resistance level, sitting at 109,600 for now. Also, to note that the non-farm payroll will be today, and that's in about a half an hour because it's a public holiday tomorrow in Friday. Usually non-farm payroll the first Friday of every month. Consensus numbers are between 110 and 120,000 new jobs created. So anything way below that consensus or way above will certainly have a marked effect on the US dollar and on all markets. So we'll watch for that, and that's in about a half an hour time. Good trading, and I will keep you posted at the end of the day's session. Good trading.